This video is about hare's foot clover and it's in two parts. Part one is about collecting its seeds and spreading the love across the roofs of London. And part two takes us to Washington DC of all places and the meeting of two presidents and a conflict over a clover. So here am I at East India Dock Nature Reserve. It's a very special place for me, and it's special because of one plant. For just behind me on the left hand side, you can see all the yarrow, but you can see another little grey pinky flower. And it's very special because in 2003 I came here and this whole gravelly car park was covered in it. And I didn't really know much about hare's foot clover at the time, but I went, well, if it's growing here, it'll definitely grow on one of my roofs. So I collected some and threw it on the Laban Dance Centre. And I've been collecting it from the Laban Dance Centre and then from other roofs. I've been throwing it on roofs for 18 years. So this is the original stock. You could say I was the great 18 of those grandfather, because I took it from here. And, really, it's not about me. I was just like a bird or the wind, I was just spreading the love across the roofs of London. Hare's foot clover, East India Dock to IKEA Greenwich. It's only about a mile and a half away. That's just great, isn't it? And now there's hare's foot clover all over, east to west, north to south. You can find hare's foot clover on roofs. And you can't buy it commercially, or I've never been able to find it commercially. So while I'm here, I have another hare's foot clover story to do with green roofs and to do with Washington DC. In 2009, I was invited to the Smithsonian Festival on the Mall in Washington DC to build a green roof with my good friend Ed Snodgrass and Blanche Cameron. And we didn't put any hare's foot clover up on the green roof on the Mall, but later I was invited by Ed to go and visit the quite famous Asler Green Roof. That's the American Society for Landscape Architects office. So this really interesting green roof which had all cactuses in, and they had discovered a rare prairie plant which nobody knew what it was. So we went, and I was introduced to the president of Asler. And I was a president, so I was introduced as president too. I'm the president of the European Federation of Green Roof and Wall Associations, and I have been for, God knows, 14 years. As the president's only president for 1 year. We went up on the roof, and Ed pointed out this plant, and I said, that's hare's foot clover, Trifolium arvense. Great stuff, Dusty. We better go and tell the president. So we went down to see the president, and Ed said, hey, Madam President, Dusty's identified the rare prairie plant. And she looked down at her nose at me and said, oh, has he? And Ed said, yes. I said, yes, it's hare's foot clover, Trifolium arvense. And she looked at me and said, well, we get the prairie grass expert to verify your claim. But I was a bit tempted to take out the South East London Rottweiler finger. But as a president, I thought I'd better be diplomatic. Anyway, back to the task in hand. Spreading the love across the roofs of London. And I shall be doing it this year, at the end of the summer.